Hey, Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and I want to welcome you all for coming to my Halloween online party. I was going to put on, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I should have a clown hat on my head. Anyway, if you're here, comment down below if you can see my costume. I wasn't sure if it shows up in the actual online event. I don't know if you guys can see this, but just a second. Anyway, if you're here, comment down below if you can see my costume. Okay, well, I see it and I know it's there, so it's kind of goofy. But this is just one of the fun things that you can do with Google Hangouts. You can change your costume up, you can add to it, and you can do all kinds of fun things. But I'm not going to do this through the whole workshop because we got some stuff to show today. So, happy Halloween. This whole workshop is about Halloween. And I am looking forward to sharing some of the fun projects that I've come up with. So I'm just going to kind of wait. I know that there's a few people on Facebook that were commenting that they were there. So I'm hoping that they can see it. They have not mentioned yet. You might have to press the button, and that might be an issue. But if they press the button, they should be able to see it. So if you're on YouTube, I am on YouTube and I can monitor the comments over there. So please feel free to comment if you can. I will tell you I'm having a couple issues this morning with my internet connection. It was kind of lagging, so that might be part of the problem. And if that's the case, we will just continue through. And if I get bumped off like I did last time, I know I got bumped off at my last workshop. And I was actually able to get back on. I did lose a couple of viewers, but some people stuck around. If I get bumped off, stick around, hang out, because I can usually get myself back on into the hangout again. So anyway, if anybody has any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Go ahead and put them in any comment section. If you're on my website, you can comment down there too, and I'll be able to monitor those. But the ones that I can really monitor easily. Hello. Oh, good. People are hearing me and they're seeing me. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hello from Ohio. Cheryl can see my clown hair or hat. Good. North Carolina. Mary Sue is here. Great. Teresa's here. Lucy's here. Oh, goodness. Okay, we got a lot of people. So that's awesome. I'm really glad that you guys can see what I'm doing. I do have the projects that I actually made for most of the videos behind me here, and I can show them up closer, but I put pictures and everything else in the YouTube videos, but we'll be sharing that. I will tell you this cute little witch's hat, it's adorable. It's sold out already. Stampin' Up! Sold out this week of that witch's hat. And so if you were looking to purchase one of those, I'm really sorry to say that you won't be able to. But anyway, let's get started. So, as I told you, this is all about Halloween because I know there are people out there that some people love Halloween and some people not so much. And so that is why I kind of did a separate one so that if you love it, you can watch and excuse me, do this with me. And if you don't have to hang out. So it looks like we've got several people here. Oh, good. More people coming in. Thanks, Brittany. She liked my costume. Dottie's here and Diane's here. That's awesome. Okay, so I will be monitoring comments throughout the broadcast, and so just go ahead and post your comments, post your questions. I will start the broadcast and then I'll go around and answer people's questions. I see some people are having some issues getting it to work for them. So let's get started. So the first thing I wanted to let you know is that everything that I'm using today, most of the projects that I made are using this bundle. It's the Halloween treat bundle. Comes in wood and clear. You can get the stamp set or the framelit separately, but they come together, and I love that they coordinate together and makes it easy to cut things out. So to begin with, this is my first project. These are called sour cream containers. They're fun to make. They're easy. They're not very big. They look huge on my screen. I don't know about your screen. But this is, oops, darn it. Here we go. This is the first video. Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you how I made this cute little container called a sour cream container. It's super easy to do, and with our new Halloween paper and Halloween stamps, it makes it really easy. So to begin with, I'm going ahead and using the Halloween treat stamp set. I actually used the spider and the pumpkin on that one and cut them out, and happy to say that we have framelits now that actually match that stamp set that you can use. And I used the boo. On this one, it doesn't have a stamp that says boo, but it does have a cutout. And that's what I used for these two cutouts, which I'm going to add to my project. So to begin with, I'm taking a piece of designer series paper, and this one is 4 by 6. You can fiddle around with your measurements to make the sour cream container as big or as little as you want. I just like this size. I think it's a good size. And to begin with, I'm going to come down using fast fuse and add a strip of fast fuse onto my edge of my cardstock. You could also use our tear and tape. That would hold enough too. And then I'm going to take that same fast fuse along the top of my box. Now when you're using fast fuse, you shouldn't pull it like I just did. You should run it down and then check it. And that will break the glue. If you pull it like that, it gets all gupped up in here, and then sometimes it's hard to work, but I think I'm going to be okay. Once you have that, so I've got adhesive here and here and here, I'm going to go ahead and make this into a tube. And so you're just going to take those two ends and put them together so it looks like a tube. And then this end, you're just going to flatten on one side, fill it with your candies, and then flatten it the opposite way. And that is how simple it is to make these little sour cream containers. They're cute and have a great little shape to them. So what I did with this one is I actually took my 1/16 hole punch and I punched a couple of holes, and then I came in with a little baker's twine and I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to layer these on. I have two of these boos cut out. One's cut out with black glimmer paper, and then one's just cut out with a piece of designer series paper. It all coordinates because it comes in the same pack. I'm going to add a little bit of our new fine tip glue pen. I love this glue pen. Now, if you decide to get this, one thing you need to remember to do is when you open it up to begin with, you unscrew the whole cap, and there's a little piece of plastic over the top that you have to break that off to get it so that the glue comes out. And then you're going to go ahead and open it up, and you'll see how it has this pin in the lid. When you go to put it back together, I hold it like this to kind of keep things steady so that you can make sure that that pin goes right back down inside where the opening is, and that will keep it from clogging up. It's a great little glue pen. You just need a little bit, but it works great for little objects, words, anything that you just need a little bit of glue, but you don't want it like all over. So once I've done that, I'm going to offset these so that it looks like that boo is the shadow, I think. And glue that down. Probably should have done this before I started the video, but I didn't. So. And then I'm going to go ahead and, oh, you know what I want to do? I want to thread this boo. I'm just going to thread this baker's twine right on there. This is just going to kind of hang off, maybe. Okay, first I need to do is start the threading of my baker's twine. Then, at least I got one, put my boo on there. See if I can get that to come through the... I have a little threader around here somewhere. So if you have a needle threader, that works great for this. You can stick it in there and then pull it through. Once I'm done that, I'm going to go ahead and take that thread and go right through this other hole and pull that through. And then I'm just going to have my boos just going to kind of dangle there. So I'm going to tie this off on the back.
cut off my extra. And then I took some of our ribbon. This happens to be the cotton, the striped cotton ribbon, and it matches the Tangelo twist that I used, which matches, of course, with the paper. And this I actually just tied in a knot. It was really just for decoration. I'm going to tie that in a little knot, and then I'm going to add a little fast fuse to the tip of my, right up here by where my boo is, and just tape that over the top. So just so it kind of looks like it's tied shut, but it's not really. And then once you've done that, you can go ahead, let me get my good ribbon scissors, and trim up my bow. But just a really fun, fast, and easy way to make little treat containers for Valentine's Day. You can also make these little sour cream containers for any season.
I said Valentine's Day. That's funny. I meant Halloween. So there you have it. There is the sour cream containers. Actually, I have made these for every occasion, and they're a lot of fun, and they're pretty easy to do. So please don't forget that you can always ask questions if you need some more clarification on something. This is the best time to do it because I'm here live, and hopefully we can get on the same page. But anyway, you will notice in my projects today that I didn't add any candy to any of them, and that is because I can't be trusted, and I don't buy my Halloween candy for a long time, closer to Halloween, so that I will stay away from it. But anyway, just to let you know, these slides that I'm showing you today will be available after this event. I'll post them down below on Facebook, and you can just kind of click through the slides and look through them. And all of the links that are in the slides are clickable. So for instance, on this product list, it's clickable. Where you click on it, it takes you right to the product with more information about it. So this is the products that I used for that particular project. Sour cream containers are kind of fun. And they're, like I said, they're easy to do, which is great. I had just a few comments. I'm really glad that people were able to see that goofy Halloween or clown hat that I had on. And there's lots of people watching, so that's awesome. Okay, we are going to, I'll keep monitoring questions, and I am getting questions over on YouTube and on my website. So if you're not on Facebook and you can't comment, go to either one of those places and you should be able to comment. So the next project, this is a fun little project. These are little cracker boxes that are actually made with the envelope punch board. So it's pretty easy to do. But it's just another way to use that envelope punch board and use your products in different ways. So let's start.
Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you how I made these cute little Halloween crackers. They're a lot of fun to make. They're pretty easy. You can put all kinds of stuff in there. I know that 4 Hershey's Kisses fits, 4 Hershey Nuggets fit, a chapstick, or whatever you wanted to fill them with. But let me show you how quick and easy they are to do. So I'm going to come in with my Simply Scored board and a piece of paper that happens to be 6 by 4.5. And to begin with, I'm going to line my paper up, make sure it's butted up in the corner, and I'm going to score this. And when you're scoring designer series paper, you do not have to press real hard. You just want to go ahead and press lightly, and you're scoring it at 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you're going to flip it on its side, and this time you're going to come in and you're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 2 inch, and then you can flip it around and do the same thing. 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1.5. Excuse me. I hope I said that the first time correctly. It's 1/2, 1, 1.5 on both ends. Want to make sure I have that right, so I'm not giving you the wrong answer. And then I'm coming in with my enveloped punch board. And first off, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to fold on all these score lines that I made. And these are the 4-inch score lines. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and come in and you're going to fold down that flap, that 1/2 inch flap, butt that up against the 1 inch mark and punch, and then slide it to the 5 inch mark and punch. And then the same thing on every fold. 1 and 5. And 1 and 5. And then again, fold it, 1 and 5. And then on the very last flap, you're going to open that up and you're going to punch that at 1 and 5. And then remove all that. And so here's your cracker. You got it. It's already ready to go. And what you're going to do is we're going to come in with some fast fuse. Hopefully I left it laying here somewhere. There it is. And you're going to add just along that 1/2 inch flap, you're going to add fast fuse and then fold it shut. And then what you've got is a cracker. So these go in. And they just close in. So you can either fold them in or you can leave them square. Now, if I would have gone ahead and folded on the score lines, it would have stayed so there you have it. So you just go ahead and kind of push it in. You can fold on the score lines and make it a little bit better of a crease so that you end up with, where are they? You end up with real sharp corners and this stays square, which is kind of cute. Or you can make them flat. Either way works. I'm going to go ahead and come in with some Tangelo Twist striped cotton ribbon. And it was a little too thick, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut it halfway. So I just cut off a strip and then I'm cutting it halfway. And it might unravel a little bit, but that's okay because these are going to be for Halloween. So they're going to have a little tattered look. And you just go ahead and tie them in a knot. Don't forget to fill it first before you tie them. And there you have it, a cracker. And then once you've got it full, you just go ahead and tie the other end. But it's just a really fun, easy way to do some fun trick or treat or Christmas or Thanksgiving, whatever holiday you're doing, even a little birthday.
Okay, so I love those little crackers, and they're fun because they actually fit 4 Hershey's Kisses or 4 of the Hershey Nuggets that you can just slide in. The Hershey Nuggets snugly fit down inside there. But they're cute and they're kind of fun for something different. So these are the products that I used for that. And I will tell you that I'm going to offer a little promotion at the end of this for anybody that places an order during the next 48 hours. And I'm going to send out a little packet with designer series paper, the ribbon, and other products that I use throughout this. I'm not going to tell everything, but you'll get a little packet of products to use and to make these projects at home on your own. So hope you enjoyed that. I should check before I go into the next one. This is kind of a cute little easy project. My first few are pretty easy, and then I go and do a couple of other ones. I was just looking to see. Yeah, somebody asked if I had a Charlie Brown avatar a minute ago. Paula did, and I did have it. And when I went to comment and I saw that I was still the Charlie Brown character, which I think is adorable, I thought I better change so that people know it's actually me commenting. Andrea, welcome. I'm glad that you made it to the first online workshop. They're fun and they're great because you can ask questions and I can answer them throughout this event. So that's awesome. Cool. Okay, so this next project is a cone, and these are adorable. Easy, wait till you see how easy they are. And you can see that they use the spiderweb doilies, so that's going to be part of the kit. You're not going to get a whole pack because they are a hot item right now with Stampin' Up, but I will split up some and make sure that each of your kits have a couple of doilies in them. So anyway, easy to do. They make great little doorknob hangers. They make cute on banners at Christmas time. I mean, you can, like I said, everything I'm doing today can be used for any holiday. Just depends on what season it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started right now, so you can see how fast and easy these are, because they are.
Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this great little Halloween treat and decoration that you can put around your house. It'll hang on a doorknob. You can put it on somebody's office door. Fill it with candy. I haven't filled it with candy because I know if I brought candy into the house, there would be none left by Halloween. So I'm just going to leave mine blank for now, or not filled, but I did fill them with some shred that I got, and it's actually just cardstock that I put through a shredder. So let's get started. To begin with, I'm going to come in with a piece of our Halloween paper. We have some great patterns this year, and what I like about it is that one side is truly Halloween paper and the other side is not. And so if you're not really into Halloween, there are some great patterns in there you could do a lot of other stuff with. So to start with, I'm going to use our tear and tape adhesive. I knew I could spit it out eventually. And I'm actually just taking this right down one side of my paper. This is great because it just tears off and then this backing pulls off and nothing sticks to you. Once you've got that done, you're going to make it so it's like a triangle, and then you're going to pull these sides together. Actually works better if your paper, if you played with your paper a little bit and got some curve going on it. But I'm just going to go ahead and bring them together. And match up my, oh good gosh. There we go. It really isn't this hard as I just made it look. So once you've got that done, there's your cone. So it really is that simple to do. And then what I did is I took some of our canvas ribbon in that Tangelo color, and there's a great little stapler from Stampin' Up, and I'm actually just going to staple that right onto there, and there's your shape of your cone. Now once I did that, we have these wonderful doily spider webs. You can see this side. So these are great because if you wanted this to be a different color than black, you can go ahead and just flip it over, but you can also sponge it with color or brayer color over it and make it any color that you would like. I actually am not, I don't think I'm gonna leave that on there because I think that pattern is too much. But that's how I decorated this one, with just a doily. And then I added in some cardstock the Tangelo twist color that I ran through a paper shredder. So a really quick and easy way to make a fun Halloween treat and decoration. So I'm going to post all the supplies that I've used on my website, and you can go ahead and visit that, where you can also sign up for my newsletter. Okay, so those little cones are fun and they're easy, and like I said, they can be, again, every holiday, every event, and super, super easy to do. I did have somebody ask me a question. I should have, let me get back to that. Sorry about this. Boy, I sure seem to be stumbling over my words in the videos this week. But it's just how it is. Pam had asked if you can make them larger, and she was talking about the cracker boxes, I believe, which, let me come online here. I believe she was talking about the cracker boxes, and that's these little things here. So yeah, you can make them bigger. Start with a bigger sheet of paper. So what I would do if I were going to make a bigger one is I'd probably start with like an 8 by 8.5 piece of paper. I'm just picking a number out of the sky here, trying to figure it out easy. So instead of 1-inch score lines across the paper, I would have it at every 2 inches. So 2, 4, 6, 8. That would be the score lines, and then the ones for and then I'd pull it into the simply scored, sorry, and I probably would go in maybe 1 inch. So scored at 1 inch, then 1.5 inches, and then 2. Flip it over, do the same thing on the other side, and then you're just going to line up your punches and punch it. And your cracker box will end up being, about 6 inches long and 2 inches wide. I hope that makes sense. It's all in math. I need to get my daughter here to do the math configurations, but I might look at that, and I might do a video where I show a couple different cracker sizes, but it's all about math. It's all about figuring out just,
Double your paper, double your scores. Anyway, I hope that helps. I have had a few other comments from people. Glad to see that they can use that envelope punch board, which I love to make envelopes, but it's always fun to make some other things. And I do actually have on my YouTube channel, I have a whole list of projects that I have done using the envelope punch board. So there's a whole bunch of videos on there. I've made boxes, I've made crackers, I've made envelopes, I've made all kinds of stuff. So you might want to check that out later. Don't leave yet. No, just kidding. You can leave. No, I'm just kidding. Don't leave. Anyway, yeah, Francie's going to definitely adapt that cone for Christmas. I know. Wouldn't it be beautiful with like lace doilies and lacy ribbon, and our papers that for Christmas are fabulous, but we need to talk about Halloween because that's what this is about. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, what size of the paper for the cone? Susan, the size of paper that I used for that cone was 6 by 6 square. So you want to make a big cone? Use a 12 by 12 square. It'll be large and you'll have to fill it with a lot of stuff. But I used a 6 by 6 square. You want to make it a little tiny one? Go 4 by 4. So just a square piece of paper, whatever square size you like. I like to use 6 by 6 because I can get 4 out of one sheet of 12 by 12. So great. I think I've answered everybody's questions. Yes. Dottie asked what size the paper was, and so I got your question answered too. And the only the last place to check is my website, and I will check that too. So we'll move on to the next project. I hope you guys are liking these. It was kind of fun this week to sit around and think about what to do for Halloween. Okay, so last thing. This is the products that I use to make the cones. So expect those in our cute little kits. Okay, then I went in to the actual stamping and using some other products. And I just think these are adorable. It was really fun to make, and I hope that you enjoy them as much as I did. Let me get this started.
Hi Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you how I made these adorable little Halloween treats using our French fry box, or fry box, and some of our designer series paper, a fun stamp set, some framelits, and this is just shredded cardstock. So let's get started. Let me move out this out of the way. To begin with, I used the Halloween Treats stamp set, and what's nice about this stamp set is it comes with a set of framelits that coordinate with the images, so you can stamp your images and then cut them out with this. I just want to show you a quick tip on how I store my framelits. I actually got, these are magnetic vent covers that I picked up at like Lowe's or Home Depot or any kind of a hardware store. I cut them to fit the pieces of cardstock that come with the framelits or thinlits, and then I just attach the images back on there. I like that because they stay flat. I can see where they are. They haven't all fallen down and ended up at the bottom of the bag. So there's my little tip today for that. And then the die, which is really called the Fry Box Bigs die, and then a piece of designer series paper, and then another plate over the top of that whole thing, and run this through the Big Shot. Then, once you've done that, you will have a shape like this. And then you can decide which side you want to be the outside of your box, which side you want to be the inside of your box. I'm going to go ahead and make the orange paper on this one the outside of my box. And I'm going to go ahead and use some of our tear and tape adhesive. I love this adhesive because it makes things stick together really well, but it's so easy to use because it you just put it where you want it and tear it. So I'm just putting adhesive on the back side of this particular project on those flaps, and then I'm going to pull off the paper. And then you just pull those two together and kind of just line them up. Oh, I suppose I should have folded the Sorry, I should have folded on the score line here. It's a little curved line, so I want to make sure that I get that folded. And then it goes together better. And then I'll do the other side. And that's how quickly these little fry boxes go together. So they're very quick and easy. And then you just decorate them. How cute is that? So to decorate them, I'm bringing in that stamp set and a piece of very vanilla cardstock with my basic black ink. And I'm going to stamp a couple of the images onto that cardstock. And then again, coming back in with the Big Shot. This time I'm going to use the magnetic plate. A clear plastic plate, my piece of paper, a couple of the framelits. Nice thing about that magnetic plate is they stick to it, so you can kind of line it up exactly with the image, exactly where you want it. It's not going to move. And then it cuts perfectly. Like that. And then another clear plastic plate over the top of that whole thing. And run it through the Big Shot. And then I've got these images that are cut out and ready to go. Now to jazz these up a little bit, move this stuff out of the way here. I'm going to come in with the Tangelo Twist marker from the In Colors marker set. It coordinates with the orange in the Designer Series paper that I used. And I will put all the supplies up on my website, also down below in the YouTube video. There'll be a list down there of the supplies and what I used. But I'm just going to go ahead and color in quickly my stars and the banner on the hat. And then I'm going to come in with a little adhesive. Maybe. Here's some fast fuse. We'll use this. So I'm just going to put a little adhesive on there and then attach the owl. Oops. Don't use your adhesive that way. And attach my hat. And there you have just a quick, easy owl fry box. This is just cardstock, the Tangelo Twist cardstock that I shredded up into my shredder. But it's just a fun way to make a bunch of different little fry boxes for treats for Halloween. But don't always think of Halloween, because you could use these for any occasion, whether you just change out your paper, change out your images, for Christmas, birthdays, you name it. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you haven't already,
yay! So those are my cute little fry boxes that I absolutely adore. I wasn't really going to be a fan of that fry box, but my gosh, they're adorable. And you can make all different kinds. And there was a couple of tips, and I know that some people missed it because over on, let me see, Dottie was over on YouTube, and she looks like she stepped away from her computer just as I was talking about a tip. So I will get to that, Dottie. And one of the things I love about these live events is that I can go to my stamp room and get the products that I need to show you to really show you the tip and make sure everybody understands it. But I want to talk about this little fry box first because cute, cute, cute. Tip number, this is another tip I gave. This is just cardstock that I ran through my paper shredder. And it's great because then it coordinates with your little project that you're doing. So another little tip to make sure that absolutely coordinates, and then you don't have to fill your boxes with so much because you got a full shred. Save a little money there. Okay, so I had given the tip in the video about how I store my framelits. So this is the pack of framelits that I used. This is the Boo to You framelits, and they come in these great little pockets, and then they come on a piece of, they're kind of taped. Those of you who have had them know they're taped, and the tape is kind of strong that they're taped to. So I pull off my framelits, And then I just add a piece of vent cover magnet. Now this is how I purchased mine. I'm going to show it to you. I got this at like Lowe's or Home Depot. They're actually, like, this was 8.5 or 8 inches wide by 15 inches long. So I just chop it down, and I use my, well, I don't use my, I use a big, one of those big paper cutters. And I use that to cut the piece of magnetic plate or magnetic sheet. It's real thin. And actually, I just attach it to that really strong adhesive that's on the card that they come on. This is the regular card that they come on. I just attach that magnetic sheet there, and then I put all my framelits onto that. And then they don't fall down and drop into the packaging. And I can actually see what I have. So I hope that helps. That was a little tip that I gave in that particular video. So I will go take a quick tour around. Oh, okay. The new archival black ink looks great. The new archival black ink is fabulous. Francia had said that. And I will tell you, Stampin' Up! Had some issues with their basic black ink for a while. And they decided to discontinue it and work on it and come up with something that's better, that works, and they did it. And this archival black ink that we have now, I use it on all of my stamps. I use it with my wood, my clear amount stamps, and my photopolymer stamps. It worked great. It may stain your photopolymers, but it still works great with them. And it looks so good. I just love how black it is, and it's great. Don't get me wrong, I love Memento and I love my StazOn, but I can see that this new archival ink is probably going to be my go-to black ink from now on. So, yes. Good. It looks like everybody is liking it, liking the stuff. Melody said she's not a real Halloween fan, but all these projects are great because they can create for other holidays. Exactly. Everything that I'm doing today, change out your paper, change out your embellishments, change out your stamps or whatever, and you've got some fabulous projects for any event or holiday that you have. So that was kind of my goal for today. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next slide here. Oh, here's the list of what I used. This is that little fry box die, and I really do like it. And I do like our new tear and tape adhesive. So let me go back here and figure it out. But somebody had mentioned why I was stumbling over my words. Yeah, Diana had mentioned that I probably was stumbling over my words because I had so much fun last week in Utah. And I will tell you, I had an absolute blast in Utah. For those of you who don't know, I went on the Founders Circle trip with Stampin' Up. It's a all expense paid retreat for the top 100 demonstrators in the United States and the top 20 in Canada. And I was honored to be in that group and got to go spend time with what I look at as the megastars of Stampin' Up. So I was kind of hanging with people that I have admired over the years, and it was I learned so much, and it was so much fun. It was great. So thank you to all of you who have supported me over the past year. You're the ones that helped me get there, and I certainly appreciate it. So thank you very much. Okay, I got through that. I thought I was going to get a little teary-eyed, but I made it through that one. So this next project, this is one of those projects that I wasn't sure that I really needed that square pocket die, box die, but oh my gosh, wait till I show you. These are cute, but wait, and then I'll show you another idea to use with them. I didn't do a video on that. I just have a sample. So let's get started. Oops. Jumping ahead here. Sorry. There we go.
Hi Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you these really cute, fun treats using our pocket die and the Halloween Designer Series paper from Stampin' Up. So these are just a couple of the boxes that I made, but let's go ahead and get started. So to begin with, I used the stamp set Halloween Treat, which is a great stamp set, but it also, one of the other reasons is it comes as a bundle, but the other thing is that it has these framelits that coordinate with it. So it's easy to stamp the image, cut it out with a framelit, and you're good to go. So that's the stamps that I'm going to use. I'm going to use Stampin' Up's pocket die. So this is the piece of paper that I've chosen, and these are the Thinlits. This is the square pillow box, and it comes with lots of fun stuff that you can use with it. I'm actually just going to use the pillow box part, but I also wanted to show you how I store my framelits, where I put them onto, this is just a magnetic sheet. It's a heat bent sheet that I cut down to size, and then they fit nicely in the pocket and they stay where I want them. So to begin with, I'm going to bring in my Big Shot, and I'm going to use the magnetic plate. You could use the other plate too, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to go ahead and get my paper lined up with a clear plate, and then the paper, and then the framelit. And then we're going to run that through. And we have to run it through twice because it takes 2 to put the box together. So once you have that done, we'll go ahead and push that back through and move our paper and add another one down. And again with the clear plate, and run that through. Oh. Both cut, you'll be able to see the score lines that are on there, and actually it's nice because even the curb is scored for you. But I'm going to go ahead, and again you can decide which side you want on the outside of your box and which side you want on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and use the little ghost pattern on the outside. One of the things I like about this Halloween paper is even if you don't care for Halloween, one side of the paper is Halloween and the other side is not, and so it actually makes a really fun great fall paper to use for your projects. So the next thing you're going to do is we have to tape these together. So we're going to go ahead and use our tear and tape. I love this tape because it's easy to use. And there's a little flap here. So I'm going to line up that tear and tape along that flap on both of the flaps. And then go ahead and pull that off. We'll pull this one off. And then they actually just go together. So we're going to go ahead and line these two up. And then fold that in and line these two up. And that's how quickly your box goes together. And like I said, it really does go together quickly. Once you've got that done and you've got them all scored, then you can actually lock the box if you do opposite. So one goes down, one goes up on these flaps, kind of like you would do for a box if you were packing a box up. So one goes under and one goes over. And that locks the box and keeps it shut. Cute. So the next thing I did is I came in with one of our doilies, and these are fun. This is a great addition to our product line. They're spiderweb doilies. They're great. They're also white on this side, so if you want a different color doily, you can just go ahead and brayer color over or sponge color over the back of that and change the look of your doily. But they also make great snowflakes, so you don't actually have to just use them for Halloween. And one of the things I did with this one is I really wanted that to pop off there, and it kind of gets lost in the shuffle of that print. So I'm going to go ahead with a piece of the Tangelo twist in my 2.5-inch circle punch, and I'm actually going to add this to the back of my doily, and then it really does start to show up a little bit better and decorate that box. This print is a little over the top, and so that might be one of the reasons why it's not showing up so great. So I'm going to go ahead and use, this time I'll just use fast fuse because it happens to be sitting right here. I'm going to attach that to the top of my box, and then I'm just going to add a little fast fuse to my doily. I think I have enough on there. Find my middle and attach that to my box. If you wanted to, I could have come in with some ribbon. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a piece of Very Vanilla cardstock and a couple of the stamps from the stamp set. And we'll stamp these down. And because those framelits line right back up with them, I'm going to run these through the Big Shot, lining them up, and I will be right back. Okay, so once I have those punched out, I'm going to go ahead and bring back my box and just attach these. And you can attach these with any adhesive. You can attach them with dimensionals if you want. But it's just a really fun way to decorate up these boxes for Halloween. And there you have it. So there's just a really cute square pocket box. Some of the other boxes that I did, you can see I just used those same products and just kind of jazzed them up a little bit. Some of them I added a little bit of ribbon too. But they're a lot of fun and fairly easy to make. So I hope you enjoyed.
I'm going to stop on that. I was actually going to show the boxes because I've got them all here. But I just realized I didn't think I had them all in the video. But now I see I do. So the boxes are super easy to make. Some of the things that I did, like on this one, I just used a half a doily, cut it in half so I could use it on more boxes. Added a little bit of ribbon. I didn't even tie this. I just added it just for decoration. The top part, I hope I explained that well, but you can see how it's, you know, one side is underneath that piece of paper and this side comes over the top. And that's how you lock those boxes shut. So easy, easy, easy to make. Lots of fun. Again, you know, you can do lots of different things with them. I even added a little glitter to some of these. I don't know if you can see. Oh, you can see it in there. Just a little bit of a glitter just to add some fun to it. So those are the boxes. Now the other box that I wanted to show you, this was one when I was down in Utah last week. I got to spend some time at a demonstrator's house, Jill Olson and Janet Baker. They are like demonstrator 1 and 2 or 2 and 3 or something. They're like right, you know, signed up with Stampin' Up shortly after it started. And we were given this box. And this uses the square box. So I want to show you the difference in size. This is the square pillow box, but she made it longer. And how she did that is she just made 2 of them and she cut them, just cut the top off, added a little belly band, and then you've got a longer pillow box, which is big enough. This actually held some really fabulous little cake pop things. They were good. But anyway, fun way to make your pillow box into something else. So just cut 2. Trim off your edges, add a little belly band, and she actually attached this black belly is the belly band part. See, it's cardstock just wrapped around it, and she attached it to the top so that when you pull it apart, it actually stays with that top box. But fun way to make your pillow box work a little better. So thank Jill Olson for that. So there you have it. I am going to go make a quick trip around. I'll pull up those boxes again so you can kind of just see them, the different ones that I made. I'm going to make a quick trip around and see if I need questions. Oh, looks like David says it looks like it would be neat to use one side on one section and the other side on the other for the 2-tone box. Yes, wouldn't that be awesome? It's great. And yeah, Pam says the pillow boxes are larger than I thought. Yeah, they are. They're pretty big. They're pretty good size. And I like that about them. I like the size. And I love the big, huge one. That's like my favorite. I had a couple other questions. Pam had asked if she could re-ink her old pad. And I asked Pam if her pad was, okay, foam. So what happened was and we're going back to the black archival ink. Stampin' Up came out with their new foam pads a couple years ago, and I love them. They're fabulous. But it was the black ink that didn't work well with the foam pad. So it had something to do with the archival black ink and the foam pad, Pam. And what they've done with the archival inks, the gray and the black, is they've gone back to the linen felt pads. And the new re-inker works great in that. So I don't think I would re-ink a foam pad. I think I would just get a new black archival ink. So I hope that helps. And Susan asked, how long does it take to get an order such as the fry box die to arrive? Susan, as long as you're in the United States, anybody in the United States can order through me. And I am finding that depending on where you live, if you're out on the East Coast, your order could take 10 days. From the time you order till the time you get it. If you're on the West Coast, it can take a matter of like order on Monday, have it by Wednesday. So it shouldn't take more than, than 10 days is usually the time. One of the things is there's back orders. They'll ship out and the back order will come later. So I hope that helps, Susan. But if you have other questions, let me know. Lindsay, I need fry boxes. Yes, Stampin' Up! Does sell the fry boxes. It's through a die. Okay, so she attempted, maybe they're called something else. They're called fry boxes. But oh, look, I actually have the link and I can send that to you. So let me pull up the next screen because that will show you. Okay, so this is the slide. Oh, darn it. Sometimes they pop away from me because it's all me. Anyway, these are the slides of the, oh, I don't have the fry box on there. Oh, that's because it wasn't the fry box. Sorry. I'm just chatting with myself. I need to look at that closer. We're not quite done yet. But anyway, I will get that information towards the end of it. I'm sorry, I'm kind of spacing out here. Okay, so the next project, this is a cute Halloween project, but really what I'm showing you here is that Halloween hat because it is so stinking cute. And again, at this, Janet Baker is the demonstrator that showed me how to make this. And I will make sure that anybody that does place an order, you will have the products to make the Halloween hats in your kits. So let's get started.
Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm here to share with you one of the swaps that I got at Founders Circle last week when I was there. But I just love this look. It's just a lot of fun. It's not really difficult. It's just some stamping directly onto the bag, adding a doily, and then stamping this image, and then adding a couple rhinestones. But this is the piece that I want to show you. This is the most adorable little witch's hat I've ever seen, and it's actually a clothespin. So you can use it to close up bags, goodies, just as a decoration around on some of your gift packaging. So let's get started. I'll show you how she did that. To begin with, you're going to come in with a piece of glitter paper, and I'm going to punch a hole in towards the middle of my paper. And this is the 1 1/4 inch circle punch. And then I'm going to come in with a 2 1/2 inch circle punch and go ahead and line that hole up to the middle of that and punch that out with my 2 1/2 inch circle punch. And then I'm going to have to grab another piece of paper. So just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and use this glitter paper, and I'm going to punch out 2 Christmas trees with our little Christmas punch. We'll do it this way. Now, let me show you a quick way to not waste paper. So what I did is I just cut down my cardstock piece, and I'm going to come in on this opposite side and line that up. And that way I get my trees punched fairly close, and I'm not wasting a lot of paper. So you can get more for your more trees. So there's my 3 pieces. Probably can't see that very well on this dark surface, but I'm going to go ahead on this one, and I'm going to add a couple of glue dots to the tree. And at this point, I'm not putting a glue dot on the trunk of that tree. It's just up a little bit higher. And I'm going to add my clothespin onto those glue dots. And then do the same thing on the other side. Put the glue dots onto that clothespin. And then I'm going to line up the tree on this side. And then the last thing that you'll do is you'll come in and you'll put a glue dot on the glittered side of the trunk of your tree. And then slide your circle right over the top of that whole thing. And then this is actually, you're just going to pinch it at the bottom here, and it picks up those glue dots that you have on there. And that's how you make your witch's hat. And then your clothespin goes, it will open and close, but cute as can be. And then to do the bow, I used our bow builder punch. And I'm just going to need to punch 2 2 punches worth, and I'm using some of our Halloween designer paper. Now, before I start, I kind of just curl the bow part with my fingers, and then the rest is just adding glue dots and putting it together. So you're going to put a glue dot on there, pinch it together. Do the same thing with this one. Pinch it together, and then put a glue dot on the back of this one, and put those two together. You can see how this starts to build up. And then a glue dot on the back of that whole thing. Ooh, I'm going to run out of glue dots. I might have just enough to put that on. And then another glue dot to put that piece of the ribbon on. That's how you get your bow. And then last but not least, let me grab some more glue dots. So I'll bring in another box of glue dots here. And I am going to, on this little piece, this little rectangle piece, I'm going to add a glue dot to the end and one to the middle. I actually put 3 on here because I really want that to stay on. Once I've got that, that's going to cover up all that stuff that pile of stuff that I have in the middle, and just finish it off. And you have the cutest little bow. And then one more glue dot, and that's going to get attached on to my witch's hat. But isn't that cute? So just a really fun way to make a cute little witch's hat to decorate something up with. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you try it. If you haven't already done so, you may want to visit my website where I will list all the products I used today. Plus,
okay, so that is the witch's hat, and it's adorable. And I love it, but I have to show you a couple of others. So I made a couple others, but you know, you could just, like, this is that fry box that I made, and I just popped on with the clothespin a little, oops, witch's hat. But they're just really fun to have decorating things up. And then this one, this fry box was kind of boring. It just had the boo on there, which is cute. But then when you add on, you know, a witch's hat, oops, it's hard to do things backwards. When you add on a witch's hat, it just jazzes it up a little bit. But little fun ways to, you can put them on bags to close the bag or whatever. Like Janet did on this one. This was just one of our bags that we have in the back of the catalog. It's a brown paper bag, and she stamped it and added all that fun stuff on there, and then closed it up with the witch's hat. So I like that. Dottie had asked me if I could let her know what the punches were that I used for that, and I will. So I used the 2.5-inch circle punch, and the 1 1/4 was the inside of it, of the witch's hat, and then the tree punch. So that's, oh, I don't even know if that's showing. I bet it's not. See, I did it again. I will, let me screen share this so you can see what I used. So there, I used the 2.5-inch circle punch and the 1 1/4-inch circle punch, Dottie, was what I used to make that little witch's hat. Okay, so I'm back over here. I know. Oh, Cindy, you made it. I'm glad to see that. That little witch's hat is just too stinking cute. I know. That was like, I love that. That was one of my favorite things that I learned. And I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys. So there you have it. Awesome. Let's see where we are now. Okay, so this week's weekly deals there's some great things on there. There's the star framelits, which I love, and I actually do have a video, and I put it up on my website this week, making a shaped card with the star, and it's actually a card I made for 4th of July, but the star shape would be perfect for Christmas. The other thing I've been sharing is this Remarkable You stamp set. I love that stamp set, and there's a lot that you can do with it, and so you may want to visit my website to see some samples of that one too. This is just some samples that I loved and I wanted to show you again, so we didn't just totally do Halloween. This is some of the Into the Woods product line, and I just think those little bears are so cute. They're cute little bears when they're on paper, but when they're in my back alley, not so cute. No, they're fine. September's tutorial is using the Sprinkles of Life stamp set, and so those of you who know who have ordered, place a $40 order with me this month, and I will send you the tutorial to make those 4 projects with that stamp set. If you're part of my virtual club, you get the tutorial for free once you place your order. And virtual club is like $25 a month for 6 months, and then you get $25 in free product. So if you're interested in that, if your wish list is long, you know, feel free to join the club and earn some free products. I just wanted to let you know that Stampin' Up! Is doing a breast cancer fundraiser. So for darn it, sorry about that. It's funny how it goes fine and then I mess up. So anyway, they're doing a Stamp Out Breast Cancer with Paper Pumpkin. So anybody who's a subscriber of Paper Pumpkin, by October 10th, if you already are a subscriber, you're already in this fundraiser. They're going to donate $1 for every active subscriber we have by October 10th. If you're not a subscriber yet, it's a fun little project. It's a fun kit that comes every month. In fact, I should have wrote down, but somebody had posted a comment at the beginning of this that Paper Pumpkin they got started into that, and that brought them back to stamping and making cards. So that's exciting. Anyway, it's going to go to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Any new subscribers that we get between now and October 10th, they'll actually donate $2 from every kit to that. So that's just kind of a fun little fundraiser. I suspect they'll probably raise a pretty good sized donation. Okay, so just to let you know, if you place your order in the next 48 hours on my Stampin' Up! Online store, or send me an email with your order, we can always go that way too. You'll get a fabulous little product goodie bag from me. This product goodie bag is going to contain designer series paper, ribbon, the doilies, some glitter paper, all of the products that I used today, and then you can go ahead and take it and make your own projects. So that's the hostess code. And if you order over $150, don't use the hostess code. You can get the hostess benefits yourself. But honestly, if you're ordering $150 worth of product, you may want to think about becoming a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, because you can get $125 worth of products for $99 when you sign up to be a demonstrator. So if you have questions, I did put a little link on the Facebook page down there about becoming a demo. It'll take you to a place that'll answer some of your questions, but you can always ask me. We're getting close to the door prize coming up here. If you are on my website, the door prize link is down below. If you are, I'm just quickly running around to see if I have any more questions, but if you are on Facebook, there's a link. If you are on YouTube, there's a link in the description, and if you're on my website, there's a link. So Flora, I'm glad you made it today, and I'm glad that you loved the class. So thanks for coming. Cindy thinks that witch's head is cute. Oh, Mary Sue is a 2-time survivor of breast cancer. Thank you. So yeah, that's exciting about the breast cancer research. Okay, I don't know. I haven't checked the website to see if there's other questions. Peggy sent me a message. She wants the information to buy the archival black ink. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Let me do a little screen share here. I thought that I had, oh, I know what, sorry. Okay, so I'm coming back on screen just for a second, just because I have to transfer to a different screen. So I am going to show you, see if I didn't open one up. Okay, so I'm gonna have to open up a screen. Luckily, I didn't get bumped off. That's awesome. Now I can show you. Okay, so a couple of questions people had. So this is actually at the Stampin' Up! Website, www.stampinup.com. You can click on any of the links that I have and be taken directly to my store. If you're on the website, you just need to go up here to store. That will take you into the Stampin' Up! Store. If you've created an account, you can just sign in right here by clicking this. Or you can create an account, but you can also order without creating an account. But before I show the few items that people were asking questions about, I did want to show you, I'm going to sign into my account and just show you something real quickly, because I'm having some issues with this. On my account, I am going to go here to my demonstrator, And I'm asking you to do this too. Check your accounts, because if down here where it says allow my demonstrator to contact me with order updates or other important information, if you click no, I have no idea who ordered. I have to do a little research, and sometimes I can find out, but you need to click yes, and that way, and then save changes. And then that way, when you place an order, it comes up so I can send you a proper thank you. I can send you my email tutorial. I can do a lot of different things, but if you click no, I really can't see who ordered, and it makes it difficult to find those people. So I just ask that you check that and make sure that it says yes. You can check no. As you see, I check no. I don't want Stampin' Up! Doesn't need to get a hold of me because I know what's going on. So I hope that helps. We're going to go back to the store. And down at the Big Shot area, somebody wanted to know where, so we're going to go to the Bigs Dies. There's the fry box. So it's in the store, and there's the fry box. And then the other one that somebody asked is a framelit, and then that was the pocket, square pocket. Search in here. There it is, the square pocket pillow die. So you see it comes with a lot of other stuff too. I hope that answers that question. And then Peggy asked about the archival inks, and if you go under ink pads, the basic black archival ink is our newest one, and that's right there. And then our basic gray archival ink, and they are the felt pads. They're not the foam pads, they're the felt pads. They just found that that works better for with the ink. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We're getting close. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to go back in here, switch out the screen share, and then I can check if there's any questions. Did that? Oh, I didn't show you where to put the hostess code. Okay, well, let's do the door prize slip. So while you guys are filling out your door prize slip, so again, Facebook, there's a button that says door prize. Click that, fill out your door prize slip. On YouTube, it's down in the description. There's a link to the door prize form, and on my website, there's a link to the door prize form. You fill that out. I am giving away a embossing folder, textured impressions, wood grain embossing folder today. So get that filled out, and while you're filling that out, I'm going to run around quickly and check. Teresa asked, how do you subscribe to your YouTube channel? If you go into YouTube, into any of my videos, there's a subscribe button at the bottom there. If you subscribe, then I think you do get a notification when I add to that, add a video up there. So I hope that answers your question, Teresa. It's on YouTube in my DDStamps channel. You can actually go to my website, www.DDStamps.com. At the very top, it says YouTube channel, and click on that and then subscribe. There's a subscribe button. If you have trouble, let me know, and I can send you an email and make sure we get that done. Okay. What size clothespin did you use? I actually used the clothespins that are in our catalog that we have. They're little tiny ones, but you can also get them other places because I've seen them before, like at the craft stores. Oh, Paula, I'm glad that you joined. Paula joined us from the UK, and it's not in the middle. Usually I do these at 7 o'clock at night, and it's kind of hard for them to watch them in the middle of the night, but this time I got to do it at tea time, so I'm thankful she got a cup of tea while she watched me. I hope you learned something, Paula. Okay, so looks like people have filled out the form, and how I do this, I'm going to come back on screen here. Okay, so how I do this is I actually write down a number beforehand. So number 21, this is my list of what my packets are going to be. And I'm actually checking my phone to see if there's any more messages. Yep, there is. Oh, Lynette made 2. Made 2 of what, Lynette? 2 of the witches' hats? Anyway, 21 is our winner. So how I do this is everybody fills in the door prize form. It populates into a spreadsheet for me, and then I can just go look and see who number 21 is, and I pick that person. And Teresa Geyer is the winner of the door prize. So congratulations, Teresa. I will be sending you the Big Shot wood grain. I'll probably put that out to the mail to you today, just because I don't want to forget. No, it's easier sometimes to get things in the mail and get things going here as fast as I can, so I can stay caught up. So I don't know if you have any more questions, but if you do, now would be the time to ask them. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. I want you all to go out and make some fun Halloween stuff and make those witches hats, because they are cute. Paula loves the witch's hat. The tree would be a good clip for Christmas. Exactly. You could just do the tree for Christmas. It would just be really cute, especially with that stamp set that we have that is the trees. So thanks, Dottie, for coming. I'm glad that you made it. And like I said, I am going to be around on YouTube or in my stamp room for probably a couple hours. I have a friend coming over to stamp with me. But I will be on Facebook. I'll be around answering questions. If you can always message me, send me an email. But I thank you all for coming. And I hope you enjoyed yourself. So thank you, and have a great day. Goodbye.